Hello, my name is Hendrix Hilary. Now I'm going to present about the reader test problem of threads with log or semaphores. Our group members are Abishua, me myself, and Leong Pui Yee. The first function is the print separator function. This function prints a separator line with a given message for visual clarity in the output. The next function is the wait function, which receives the mutex of log. This function puts the thread to wait on the condition variable. Next is the signal function. This function notifies all threads waiting on the condition variable that they can proceed. The read function handles the reader's request to read the file. Next is the write function, which handles the writer's request to write to the file. The check function checks and displays the current status of the file access, including whether a writer is writing and the number of active readers. For the handle function, it handles the user input, which is the user can input as reader, writer, or exit. Next, the process completion function handles the completion of reading or writing.
We have total 6 test scenarios here, and the first test scenario is when the writer is writing and the reader is trying to read. The reader will see a line writing, reading is not allowed as writer is writing, and he is not allowed to read the file. Once the writer has done finished writing the file, the reader is allowed to read. And the second test scenario is there is no writer writing, but the reader is trying to read the file. So in this case, the reader is immediately allowed to read the file. In the third test scenario, there is currently no writer writing the file and also no reader is reading the file. But the writer right now is trying to write. So in this scenario, the writer is immediately allowed to write the file.
Good day to Dr. Seyed Hamid. My name is Abishua Asir, and I will be discussing on test scenario 4, where the writer is writing and no readers are reading. So we have a writer who is currently writing and another writer who attempts to write to the file. So as we can see, when we have selected W as our choice, the writing is not allowed as another writer is still writing. But when the writer has finished writing, writing is allowed and the operation is in progress. For our fifth test scenario, we have no writer writing but readers are reading. So when we have selected W as our choice, we are a writer. And we can see that writing is not allowed because readers are still reading. So once the readers have finished reading, only then the writers are allowed to continue writing. We are now moving on to our final test scenario, which is error handling. This error handling handles invalid inputs and error corrections when users are prompted with an output for confirmations. For example, when users are asked to select whether they are reader, writer, or would choose to exit, they only have 3 options, which is a lowercase w, a lowercase r, and a lowercase e. Any other outputs besides these 3 inputs would result in invalid input, and users would have to re-enter either lowercase w, lowercase r, or lowercase e. Same goes for the confirmation prompt, whether the writer has finished writing or the reader has finished reading. They are only required to enter a lowercase y for yes or a lowercase no for n. So that is all from us. Thank you.